chosen event, part 4, the gamble. Yeah, this time I'm gonna make sure that I touch bases on a few things dealing with the industry, not only the industry alone, but something that goes on real heavy dealing with the feds. And a lot of you know that that's where I pretty much come from. I didn't come from a street club, got picked up there. I didn't come from, walked into a record label or online looking for record labels or an executive introduced me to somebody else or, none of that. I pretty much, as you guys know, those of you who follow me know that I actually was got on and turned on to this industry through the feds themselves by some things that I had gotten to back in the past. And, I'm going to go ahead and beat around that, so to speak, for my own reasons. And when that time comes, I will be willing to talk about that. But right now, it's not the time. I want to touch bases on being tapped into this industry, being tapped in the street. A lot of you hear me talk about the bug that they put in your ear, the bug, the communicational bug that they drop on convicts and that they drop on rich folks. That's pretty much where the bug comes from. It's something that they put, a device that they drop on us, and I've learned from being tapped into the federal side of the game for over 13 years now. And I'm not afraid to say what I've done. I'm not afraid to say that I have been tapped. I'm not afraid or embarrassed about any of that, because I do believe that when dealing with something that does not belong to you, consequences comes with that. And with consequences comes correction. And if you cannot be corrected, I suggest that putting your hands on certain things is just not the route that you need to take. And a lot of the people in the industry are afraid, a lot of the rappers are afraid to come forth. Well, I want to say since 2011, when I came on via Twitter and talked about being tapped into the industry, everybody's fucking videos is now pointing towards their ears. Everybody wants to touch their ears. As you guys can see, Nicki Minaj was holding her ear on the BET Awards. You got people pointing at their ears now, as if it's this big trend, as if it's a new pair of fucking Jordans, when it's not. It's really not a game. It's something that the industry, or so to speak, that the record label, being a major label, will use to keep track of that artist. It's the way that they can communicate with you. It's the way, then I speak a lot on being staged. It's the way that if you're not doing right, and a stage word is an old war term, and I talk about that on my Twitter page. It's an old war term that they used to say that they staged a war, meaning something that was literally set up to be done. Just like the business itself, the whole business is a mediocre setup. And a lot of artists, once they can get that jammed into their plugs, they will be a whole lot better at being perfectionists at the things that they do dealing with the media alone. There's no way that there will be no media without the feds. The feds is the media. The media is the industry. The whole world itself is an industry. Anything dealing with industrial items has to be tapped into America. And into a lot of these guys, meaning that they could have been big-time dope dealers, meaning that they had got kilos, got caught for heroin, got caught for opiates out the ass, whatever it is that they got busted for, money laundering, all those type of things that is the no-no of the game. Believe you me, they are tapped and they do have bugs in their ear. They have bugs in their ear because anything dealing with the feds itself is tapped. And I personally want to say that it pretty much so ticked me off. It kind of got me a little hot and steamy when I sit back and I watch these videos. I watch these artists reaching for the ears as if, you know, it's this big thing like it's this badge of honor to say, oh yeah, I have this bug in my ear, I have this bug in my ear. But if they would go all the way back to the early 90s, Missy was talking about bugs in your ear. Eve was talking about bugs in your ear. A lot of the music back in the day, Biggie Smalls was talked about being tapped. A lot of the real gangster hardcore music, Ice Cube was talking about being tapped and having bugs in your ear, telling how the industry, when you switch over to commercial rap, that they put a bug inside of your ear. Going commercial is so much as saying that you're being staged to be another person that you're not. You're being staged to be in another mind frame. And that's pretty much what that is, you know. And being staged pretty much is something that they can do to the device to get you to tell every fucking thing that you went through, everything that you did, and the bug is so cold that it can remind you all the way of your childhood. It can take you all the way back to the beginning. That's how cold it is. And I don't like the way that these rappers are portraying this, oh yeah, I have this bug in my ear, woody woody woo, this, that, and the third. When, you know, if they were into music, they would have fucking caught on to it like I did. I had to sit back and take music, and I do believe that that's what pretty much got me to another level with saying that I was tapped into the feds at the age of 18 years old. They saw forth in me a talent just by being in music alone, and instead of me getting punished and getting jail time, my punishment was to sit at home and to study the talent that I had and to understand that what was on me was not going to kill me. What was on me was a correctional device because of what I had done. It was my punishment. And these guys are using this as if it's this type of act of power. You know, they're taking it beyond, above and beyond. At first it was the Illuminati. If they would have known what Illuminati was, the Illuminati was pretty much Tupac talking about being tapped. Tupac was talking about how the device has actual cameras that allows us to see through our eyes. And they wonder how when the feds catch us, the investigation takes us all the way back to the beginning of what actually really happened. And I want to touch bases on another thing that's, you know, dealing with this tap business, this tap industry, being federally tapped. It's just not the ears that they tap. They tap your bones. They tap the inside of your DNA. They tap anything and everything it is to find out who the fuck you are, what part that you had to do with the crime. So I would like these artists to be artists and not trying to say that I have a badge of honor from the street just because of the fact that I rap or I made enough money. Pretty much so, dealing with the feds, the only way you can get tapped into the industry is if you made or taken enough money, meaning a certain amount of money. They're not going to tap you for a few fucking $1,000. Oh no. You're gonna have. I don't even want to. I don't even want to have to go into the amount of whatever it is. However, you know, I'm gonna skip over that. But dealing with the tap device, they tap the bottom of your foot. They tap into your wrist. They tap into your ears. They tap into your DNA. They tap into your tongue. They tap into your nose, your senses. They tap your whole body, and they can stage you to be who in the hell they want you to be. A lot of people think that these actors just get on film and they're able to just click, go into an act like that. No, they're actually tapped into that role. If they would listen to these autobios of these artists, the first thing that the person that's telling the story on that artist would say, at the age of such and such, this person was tapped into the business. If you listen to music way back in the day, You will listen to a lot of the artists talk about having the bug. You know, she paraphrased it, and I'm going to try to quote unquote say it like how she said it. She said it's like having a bug in your ear. It's not. I've never seen it, so I can't say what it looks like. And God knows, for years I've been wanting to know what the hell it is, just on my behalf, out of curiosity to that certain, thing or whatever. But I just, want to, extend my condolences out to those rappers that I've been seeing lately, and those R&B singers that I've been seeing lately that's been pretty much praising this thing. It's not anything to be praised. It's not anything, to be glorified or anything like that. It's really a real serious thing. If you ask me, it's very serious. And I'm going to close this out right here because I know that it's a very, very, very deep subject, and I know that it's a subject that a lot of people that's dealt with drugs, a lot of people that's been locked up for years, a lot of people that went to, or been incarcerated for a crime that may have sentenced them to over 25 years or more, or you probably had a bun $100,000 or more better. That's pretty much how you get that badge of honor. And me being a woman, me dealing with this, for 13 years myself, I want to close this out, for my own reasons, my own legal reasons, and my own meteorical, or meteoric, or how whatever that word is, y'all know what I mean, the media, pretty much so. I'm going to just say it like that. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it because that's where I was going to go with that word. If you guys could not tell, I'm just going to leave that right there, and I'll be touching bases on this, another time. So you guys keep your ears open for it. And I'm going to close it out. Chosen to Vent, Part 4, The Bug.